All right. Hey, everybody. So I am inviting you into my kitchen. I guess it would be nice if you could see me. Hi. All right. So I'm inviting you guys into my kitchen. I am trying a little something different today. Um, I really want some cereal. However, I don't have any milk. I just realized my kids kind of, drank the last of the milk this morning, and I really want cereal. But what I do have is oats. And since I'm trying to kind of change up some of the things in my diet, I thought making my own homemade oat milk would be something interesting. So we're going to try it out together and see how it goes. All right, so got my blender. Now the recipe looks relatively easy. The only addition that I made was adding the cinnamon just because I thought, why not? Because I'm eating cinnamon cereal. So, yeah. All right, so 3 cups of water, which I've already measured out. That in there. Half a cup of oats. Doesn't really matter what brand. Let me see if I can do this without spilling it. All right. Okay, cool. Got that. Okay. Put that in there. And so we're going to do 1/8 of a teaspoon of sea salt. So, see how much I got. If I can get in there. Okay, let's try it this way. There we go. A little technical difficulty, but nothing too major. All right, cool. That's there. I'm going to go ahead and add my cinnamon. All my dry stuff first. That's, and then my vanilla. So vanilla is going to be about 1/2 teaspoon. And then afterwards, if you feel like you want a little bit more, you can add it. I'm going to do 2 rounds just because my vanilla is pretty much gone, so might as well go ahead and use it all. All right, there's that. And so the recipe that I saw called for maple syrup. I don't have maple syrup, but I have agave nectar, so we're gonna use that. Maybe if I can open it up. All right, so because I do want a little bit sweeter, I'll do 2. Make sure that's in there good. All right, cool. So do it there, and we're gonna blend. Pretty easy enough. Now for this, for something like this, I would normally use my my NutriBullet. However, I lost the washable plastic thing that goes inside of my blender top, and it does not do liquid well without that. So actually, all right. So now, in order to strain it, you want something that's going to be really fine. So I have the strainer that I also use when I make tea. But if you can look, you can see like how fine, how little bitty those holes are. So it's going to be used to strain it. Put that, and then I'm simply just going to pour that through. Now you want to make sure that you don't like press in once you've gotten all the liquid out. You don't want to push anything through the strainer because then that leaves particles and stuff in your milk, and you kind of want your oat milk to be as silky as possible. There we go. So I'm just kind of stirring. I'm not like actually pressing into the strainer. I just want to make sure that nothing gets blocked. So as you can see, it's kind of leaving like all the sediment behind. Okay. And I'm just going to keep pouring and filtering. And then probably what I'll do is get like a clear glass cup just so you guys can see what it looks like afterwards. Stir, stir, stir. Da, 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 da. And I'm really, really hoping that this turns out good. Because, like I said, I woke up this morning and I was like, cereal sounds fantastic for breakfast. So I don't know how many of you guys ever run into that, but you have your brain set for something to eat and you go in the kitchen to go get it, and the smaller humans that live in your house have already gotten a hold of it. So happens a lot in my house, but you know, with 3 kids, it kind of comes with the territory. So while I'm doing this, you guys share with me, in the comments below this, just share with me some things that you like, kind of making in the house. What are some of like your favorite like family recipes? Things that you love to eat that maybe you would like to kind of shift and change some of the ingredients in it to make it a little bit healthier. I know we're getting ready to go into holiday season. If your family's like mine, this starts off birthday season for the remainder of the year. Um, so as we're getting together with family, friends, company potlucks, if you do that sort of thing, um, and so of course there's going to be food everywhere. So now's the time to go ahead and start thinking about some of those recipes, some of those things that you enjoy eating, but maybe we just need to switch a couple of ingredients around. I think that'd be a great conversation to have in the group. And who knows, you may even find, your next family favorite. All right, so I think I pretty much got what I can out of this without like pressing too much. Just gonna keep stirring. All right, and give me just a second. And I'm gonna show you, these are like some of my favorite little jars and cups. I love these. Got them off of Amazon. All right, but then let you guys see just what that looks like. So, I mean, consistency wise, it looks a lot like the oat milk that I've gotten out of the grocery store before. So let's see how it tastes. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Could definitely use a little bit more of the sweetener, but I think as far as like consistency and like texture and flavor, it's not too far off. So okay, I think this may be a keeper. So you guys, if you want to try this out, let me know what you think and enjoy. Can't wait to see you guys later.